and we'll put that recording up later on. So good evening, everybody. My name is Gordon Wilkie, and welcome to our business opportunity call tonight. And we've got an array of people from different parts of the globe, as well as the UK. So welcome to you all. Let me just run through what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have an overview of our business and products given by the one and only Howard Frisch. And then we're going to hear some real life stories about the products and also about how the business has actually kind of changed people's lives and what they've done with it. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you all, and I'm going to put up a slide presentation, if you just bear with me. Okay, there we go. So if I can just go from there. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce you to Howard Frisch. Howard, he'll tell his own story, I'm sure, but I've known Howard for a number of years now. And the great thing about our business, it's not just about working with business partners, it's actually working with friends that you really want to be with and help them as well. So Howard, I class as very much a friend and part of the Juice Plus family as well. So Howard, I'm going to hand over to you, and perhaps you could just tell us a little bit about your story. Howard, you're still on mute.
I know details. I was talking to myself there, but no. Well, I'd like to add my welcome to all those here this evening, especially guests who are joining us from wherever they happen to be. Yeah, I've known Gordon for I think something like 25 or 26 years when we first met. When I first came across Juice Plus, which was in late 1993. And at the time that the product really made sense to me, it was just the notion of fruit and veg in a capsule, filling in the gaps between what we should be eating and what realistically most of us could eat on each and every day. It simply made complete and utter sense. The business also made sense for me, but unfortunately timing wasn't ideal because I had a major job change a few months after Juice Plus was released, and I was traveling extensively, and I chose not to continue. And effectively I had 20 years off. But an old friend of mine got in touch with me at the end of 2013 and reacquainted me with Juice Plus, and the timing was very much more appropriate then. The product made sense again because I was training for a big cycling event, and I knew that the quality of the nutrition would underpin the training that I was going to have to be doing. But in terms of business, I was now working for myself, and my major business, which was importing and distributing wine, had foundered a little bit. It was becoming increasingly difficult for the little guy to be successful in that environment. So I realized I needed a plan B, and it made sense for me to look again at the opportunity. And everything I looked at and discovered showed me that this was very much the right place at the right time. Fruit and vegetables are certainly not going to go out of fashion. I'm sorry for the feline interruptions that we're having. have to bear with me on that. So yeah, the product and the business made total sense for me back in around about early 2014. So that's about 4 years ago, and since then I've learned a great deal. I really have become absolutely in love with the products. I'm very privileged to, as Gordon alluded to, work with a bunch of people who I really do call friends and consider friends, which going forward is a wonderful place to be, very different to the corporate world that I've experienced and many of you doubtless have done as well. So let's have a look at this in a little more detail. The company's history goes way back to 1970, when a gentleman called Jay Martin, a former school teacher, founded the company National Safety Associates in Memphis, Tennessee. And at that time, they were pioneering smoke detectors, the kind of things that were actually installed in your loft. And they pioneered this market to something like $150 million sales, as I recall. And this has been a trend that the company has been consistent with, is discovering trend-setting products before they became popular, pioneering that marketplace. They moved into environmental products, water and air filtration in the 1980s. And as I said earlier, it was 1993 when Juice Plus came into being, if you like. Started in just 4 countries. Now we're into 28. So, and that man, Jay Martin, he's still at the helm today, in his early 70s, but a man with a vision the size of the planet. Absolutely wonderfully reassuring to have that man in charge. And the company is still expanding. We've turned over, this is a little out of date now, 47 years, we've turned over 13 billion. And the way we're going, last year was the record in terms of company turnover, well over $800 million. And it's anticipated by 2020, we will hit the $1 billion a year turnover mark. So we are expanding considerably as we move into new markets and consolidating existing ones. So how do we actually make money from this? We essentially create happy customers by, and we can earn a retail profit. And we do that by simply sharing what we already believe in. And that is something that that people misconstrue. They feel that, oh, we're going to be selling to people we know and selling to friends and so forth. Well, in a sense, a transaction, yes, has to take place. But in the same way that we recommend a movie that we may go and see, a book that we read, a TV program that we watch, we recommend something that we actually believe in. And as a result of that, people may wish to join us on that journey towards better health, and they come on board as customers. And in turn, if they are actually happy with what they're experiencing, they may well recommend you a customer or people of their own who they believe also would benefit. So from that, we obviously would get paid for those recommendations, but there will be one or two people who think, well, I'll tell you something, I can probably think of other people who would actually benefit from this, and therefore I'd like to build a customer base myself. And that way, that is the embryonic form of actually starting to build a team. And from that, one can derive a networking commission. And this is where the power of numbers and the actual numbers that one can get paid can really get very, very interesting indeed. What we then have to do from building a team, we then almost go into the teaching business or a teaching role where we teach other people to do exactly the same as we have been doing. In other words, sharing our belief in the product or sharing the product, sharing one's product story, and also sharing the business behind it at all, and giving people information so they can make an informed decision. The products themselves, a number of you will have already become familiar with these. The company started, if you look dead center to the red and green cap pot there, the fruit and vegetable capsules. That's what the company started with in 1993. But since then, many products have come on board. They added berries more recently. And also on the left, the pouches, they are the chewable version designed for younger children. On the right-hand side, in consultation with elite athletes, the company produces now a protein powder, entirely plant-based, entirely vegan, which ensures that people, and it's an extremely versatile product, it can be used pre or post-workout. What many people do, including myself, I use it as the basis of my breakfast. We have a vanilla and chocolate flavor shake that you can add all sorts of interesting things to make a really good, healthy, nutritious and tasty breakfast. There's also a soup there, which is on the right-hand side there. That's very popular in the winter. And also bars within the complete range, which offer a very healthy alternative to unhealthy snacking. So that is a very brief overview of the products. In addition, one other product that came out in October last year, a few of us have been able to try it for a little bit longer than that, and that is the Omega capsules. They come in an orange pot, and those are, as many of you know, an omega-3 supplement is very, very popular, which comes from oily fish. The problem with fish is that there is the issue of sustainability. There's the issue also of contamination in the forms of heavy metals like mercury, dioxins, environmental pollutants, and increasingly we're starting to hear about plastics and how they're working their way up the food chain. So to avoid all that, the company found a way of actually bypassing the fish and going to what they consume and being able to cold press the algae to obtain the omega-3 oil that way. But it doesn't stop with just omega-3. We have 5, 6, 7, and 9 from various different plant seed extracts, all of which are put into a capsule. And it's worth talking to people, talking to the person perhaps who introduced you to this call to find out what the benefits they've experienced, because they really are very exciting indeed. So that's enough talk. Let's hear from some real life people and the real life stories that they have. And I'll hand you back to Gordon, who will introduce them.
Okay, thanks, Howard, and well done for that. It was a very good overview of what we want to do. So really, as we said, let's kind of speak to some of the people who are actually kind of, getting a benefit of it. And perhaps, Liz, Fenton Cripps. Perhaps, Liz, I can just kind of pull you in. As a healthcare professional, I know that you test these products out against people, etc. So maybe you could just tell us a little bit story about, you know, what you feel the benefit of the products are, and a little bit about your business story as well.
Yeah, sure. I was introduced to Juice Plus, I think about 7 years ago, maybe about that time. I know the time is getting longer now, but really only started to look at the business properly, I suppose, in the last 4 years. And what I was looking for is something to support my patients. You know, I do some energetic work. I'm a kinesiologist, looking at nutrition as well. And here in Europe, we had a problem with the Herbal Medicine Directive, which limited the nutrition that was available, good quality nutrition, to support our patients. And one of the things that I found, without a doubt, is that Juice Plus tested far better than anything else that I had used, because it didn't have extra herbs in it. It didn't have all the various different things, which can be great. They're like almost like a medicine shelf supplement when you're looking at anything that has herbs in it. But Juice Plus, because it's got your fruits and vegetables and berries, are providing that platform base to feed the cells of my patients. And I've found that I've had such great success with them, you know, and long term, you can really see that sort of any of the work that I'm doing is really, it's holding. Whereas before I used to find that I couldn't understand why I would do some work and it just wouldn't hold. Even like cranial adjustments, things like that didn't hold as well as they do now, when I can check to see, get them on Juice Plus and they're having that regularly. I found their progress has been phenomenal, really. And as I say, for myself, I'm self-employed, love my work, but it's, some weeks I'm super busy, some weeks not, and I only get paid, when I'm working. And Juice Plus for me has also provided sort of like that background income. It provides that residual income for me, and which is wonderful. So I'm earning money when I'm not working, and I know that I'm actually helping people. The Children's Health Study has been extraordinary, I think, because I see a lot of children in my practice. So you're not only sort of getting the parents on board, but you're sort of providing good nutrition for children to change their food choices as well, because that's one of the things that, as I say, for me, I found really incredible.
Just elaborate, Liz, on that Children's Health Study. Just tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, with the Children's Health Study, it's an amazing thing. I think it's been going for about 12 years, yep. 12 years now, and started initially just with the fruits and veg, because that's what we had in the company. And so they've been running this Children's Health Study for all this time, where if you have one adult taking sort of the fruits and veg, your child will get fruits and veg for free for up to 4 years. And that's from the age of about 4 to 21 now, I think, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, even that's expanded, which is great, because I think it was at 18 before. So it's incredible. And it doesn't have to be your child. You can also, if you don't have children, you could also sponsor a child that you think could really benefit from Juice Plus as well, children. So I found that to be wonderful. And what it does is it starts changing the food choices that children have. Because if they have sugary foods, processed food all the time, that's what their gut microbiome, their second brain, will tell their brain that they need to eat. And what you often find with the children, that once they start taking Juice Plus, regularly, their food choices change. They suddenly want to eat fruits. They want to eat their vegetables. And, I think it's just incredible, and help their immune system. It's brilliant.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Liz. That's brilliant. And I see Katie Cripps on the call. Perhaps you could maybe share a little bit about your product story and your business story. I think that's kind of very exciting, and what you're doing now and how you kind of managed to integrate that in with all the things that you're doing, which is very exciting for sure.
Yeah, sure. So I got introduced.
Oh, we've lost you. That's it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. You need to just a little bit closer. That's it.
Okay. So so I got introduced to Juice Plus through the products. I had been searching for something to help my skin, for about a year. I'd been down the doctor's route. I'd had terrible rash all over my skin and my chest and in my scalp, and none of the doctor's medications helped. I got introduced to this whole food nutrition product I don't know anything about. And tried it dubiously, but I was so surprised with how it helped my skin, and my skin completely cleared up within 3 months.
We're losing you a bit, Katie. You need to speak closer to the phone. That's it. That's it.
So basically, my skin completely got cleared up within the 3 months of being on the premium capsules, and after that, I tried all the other products, lost 2 stone with the shakes, and what Juice Plus really has done for me is it's basically kind of got me interested in changing the health for myself and my family. It's completely and utterly changed our whole worlds around, really. We're super healthy family. Like Liz was saying, we're on the Children's Health Study. All of my children are on the products. I've had amazing results. All love their fruit and veg now where they didn't before, and just lead healthy lifestyles, really. So I'm a massive fan of the products. As for the business, absolutely love the business. I'm a super busy mum. I've owned a tattoo studio for the past 14 years, and that's where the products really fitted in for me, because I don't really have time for lunch, so I was having a shake for lunch, and the obviously the capsules every day. Being a vegetarian, it's really strange. It's actually quite difficult to get your 5 a day in, even when you're a veggie. So it's perfect for that. I've just taken on another business, so having the residual income like Liz was talking about is brilliant. You can earn money whilst actually not being hands-on, which is what I love about it. I love the fact that you don't have to buy stock in, you don't have to send stock out. Juice Plus company does everything for you, and because of that, it just fits in perfectly with my super busy lifestyle. Plus, obviously, I love all the guys. I love my team. I love all my customers. I love all the people that I've met through this company. I love our lifestyle and our parties, and everything about it, really.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Excellent. Okay, that's brilliant. And I'll just finish up with my own story, actually, because I think it's quite important, because sometimes we get introduced in different ways, and that's really some of the keys to it. And I got introduced via a friend of mine. My background is that of accountancy. And my friend introduced me to the business opportunity because he knew I was someone that was maybe looking for something. And I don't think these things come until you're actually ready for them in many ways. And it was really that kind of, got me excited. And I went along to a meeting. He very cleverly let me know about the products, and I tried the products now, and I knew there was a marketplace for these products, and that was the interesting thing. And a way back, I've been involved with the company now for 26 years. We were actually marketing a range of environmental products, and I knew from the outset that these were going to take off. And Juice Plus has been around now for 20, 23, 24 years. I think we're in 25th year, our anniversary this year. So, health and fruits and vegetables and berries are not going to go out of fashion, that's for sure. And that's something that I did see. But what I did see at the meeting was, here was a way of working hard for 3 to 5 years and, building, if you like, a residual income stream that you would get paid for the rest of your life. And that was the simplicity that I saw, really. And don't get me wrong, you have to work hard. It's not something that's a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not looking for investors. It's something that, you need to go out and you need to speak to people. And as Liz said, you've got to kind of build up your confidence by building a customer base and then introducing it to other people and building a team, as Howard quite rightly said. But, 26 years later, I now get paid from 24 of the 27 different countries that Juice Plus operate in. My wife and I have moved our operation down to Portugal, but we can still enjoy, through the internet connection and online basis, we can still enjoy, developing and promoting and encouraging and helping our teams via the internet, and that's where we are. And it's a very simple business, not necessarily easy, but it's been something over the years that has been very exciting. And I'm more excited today than I ever was before, and it's because of the people that are coming on board and the existing team that we've built over the years. So that's really my story. I hope we've kind of given you a little bit of an insight. And I'm just going to finish off with a couple of other slides. Let me just get onto this and see if I can share my screen again. Here we go, Howard. Maybe you can do this one.
Howard? Yeah, very happy to. When I came to... I, like Gordon, sort of went to a meeting and heard various people, various stories, and heard lots of information. But what it came down to, I was perhaps a little bit confused, and a certain amount of it made sense. But I'm reminded by what our sort of most serial entrepreneur, if you like, and probably the greatest entrepreneur that this country's ever produced, Sir Richard Branson. He reckons if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure whether you can do it, simply say yes, then learn how to do it later. And what is most important within certainly the Juice Plus business and the network marketing industry is that there are a number of people have a vested interest in your success. In short, one cannot become successful unless you help other people be successful. And even from a moral point of view, any business where one is rewarded for the betterment of others, that's something that I could certainly get involved with. But I, thought to myself, well, maybe I might find another company that, has found all these trends, these trend-breaking products that is ahead of the curve in so many ways. Maybe I might do. But then I said to myself, could I afford to take that chance? I don't think so. And I'm so glad I didn't. And with that, I'll hand you back to Gordon.
Okay, Howard, thanks. And really, just to kind of, if you like, wrap up the call, I mean, really, it's about asking yourself a couple of questions, 3 questions in particular. Have I seen something here to get me excited and maybe even join today? That's the key. I remember signing the application form in the first meeting that I ever went to, because I heard the stories. And, if people can do it, they're no different from me. And I said, if they can do it, I'm sure I can do it. And I wasn't a pioneer from that point of view. If we do like to sign up, then we would like a mentoring call. As Howard says, you're in business for yourself, but you never by yourself, because we're always really helping you there to get you started in the right direction. And that's our role, as leaders and mentors within the business. That's what we really need to do. And the other thing is, who do you know that might be interested in joining your team? Our business is about momentum and getting off to a quick start. And, there are lots of people out there, don't know what the situation is in different parts of the world, but, we know, and certainly, in Portugal where we live, the average monthly income for the household is less than 700 euros. 700 euros, that's all. And, people have too much money at the end of the money. And this is an opportunity where we can actually share that with so many different people and offer them something a little bit extra. So really, in summary, it's about really kind of changing not just your health, but also looking perhaps to change your wealth. And that's what we're trying to do with the Juice Plus, and inspire people around the world to do exactly the same. So with that, I've recorded the call tonight, and I will share that onto the various platforms. Thank you very much for everyone who has joined and participated. I hope you found that useful, and we'll look forward to catching up with you. If you're going to be at the meeting on Sunday, we'll see you all there on Sunday. If you're not, happy Father's Day. It's Father's Day over here, Gordon. Oh, it's Father's Day in America on Sunday as well. And we wish you all the best in America as well for Father's Day. And we look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you very much and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, happy Father's Day too.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.